Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Double Feature Podcast, episode 2 of our podcast. And this one will be a very super episode because we are talking about Supergirl. Me and my older brother Nick watched it last night. I'm Noah, and we will go through our review of Supergirl as well as a couple other things. We're gonna rank all of our favorite super projects of all time. We'll do a Is It Better Than segment for it, talking about early MCU movies, recent superhero movies, yeah. And then we will go and we will start talking about Man of Tomorrow, since, this is the movie right before it. And we'll end off with talking about our top 5 favorite Superman comics.
Hell yeah.
So, first off, let's talk about Supergirl.
No spoilers for the first part, and then we will move into spoilers afterwards. So
Exactly.
we're going to start off. I'm going to ask you, what did you think of it? Because you haven't read the comic. I have.
This is the comic that this movie is based off of right here.
I got that deluxe edition. You already know.
I intentionally decided to, not watch it on or
Read it.
Yeah, that's
Come
what
on,
I
bro.
meant. But I intentionally meant to not read it before watching this movie because I didn't want to. I've heard a lot of people saying they don't like it as much because they read the comic and they did it better. So I didn't want to go into it with that mindset. I wanted to go into it in an open mind and just watch it how it was without the extra insight.
How it was meant to be seen, I guess.
Exactly. But how about we just do our rankings right away for it. So for me, I give it I'd say 6 out of 10, unfortunately.
I'm right there with you. I'm at a 6 out of 10, unfortunately.
I had a lot of high hopes for this movie. I really did. I thought it was going to be, based off the trailers, it looked like it was going to be really good. More of Crypto. That was my favorite part of Superman 2025. I love me some Crypto. He's pretty good.
How do you not like a dog on screen? Come on.
But my biggest issue was the pacing was all over the place. It was so sloppy. And with non-spoiler reviews, the best way I could describe this movie is it was really just a nothing burger.
Yeah. Is that all you got for that? Pretty much. You got any
I can
other?
riff off of some stuff that you say, but that's my first fresh thoughts of it. It's just like the pacing was really bad, and it was a big nothing burger of a movie. Like I don't feel like I will remember it or want to rewatch it anytime soon.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because I did read the comic beforehand. I was I'd heard so much good buzz about the comic once this movie was announced, and when the title was still for the movie, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
See, it's weird that they did that with both.
With both Superman 2025 and...
I guess, yeah, keep it simple, but... And I also see people complaining that Superman Man of Tomorrow is just Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It should be Superman Man of Tomorrow. It should still be his name in the title of it.
I kind of understand what James Gunn is going for, where he's trying to make it, simple for the first couple movies in the universe. I'm sure there'll be some extra titles later, but like for right now, it makes sense that they're trying to just keep it simple. That's fine. But yeah, so I did read the Woman of Tomorrow comic because I heard amazing things, and it made me want to be more excited for this movie because I really don't have that much of a history with Supergirl in comics or anything like that. And this was my first Supergirl comic that I read. And the comic is incredible. The comic is really, really good.
That's what I've heard too.
And I see why they dropped the Woman of Tomorrow title, because it barely resembles the comic. Like, it has the same characters, the same premise, but it's so much more sloppily handled, unfortunately. And they take out some portions of the comic that are, I would say, essential to the comic. Like, it's what makes it so cool and so good. And then the movie is like very drab and like brown and gray, and
yeah,
like,
you said that it was like it's a very super colorful.
It's like
comic,
one of the
right?
most colorful comics I've ever read. How the fuck do you fuck that up, dude? Like
there was moments where the color looked really good in certain places.
I'm not saying it's
like
entirely
a lot of it
devoid
of
color, but
a lot of it's just like gray areas though.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. It's
especially like the third act was very brown, very gray, and it's unfortunate. And like I said, there's some like really really good storylines in the comic. This is kind of light spoilers, but the movie it's not important. I promise.
Don't fuck anybody over here.
This is light spoilers. It's not that important.
Okay.
The movie takes place over the course of 3 days. The comic is like months long span of time, and
that was something that was weird with it for me. Is like, yeah, it was a 72 hour span, but it seemed like they would have needed much more time than that to like how the movie is. Like trying to say it without spoiling anything. It's just there's so much that they do that it's like that was really just 3 days.
Yeah.
Like
so yeah, it's weird that they changed that, but that we'll talk more about changes from the comic to the movie once we get to the spoiler section. Even though I won't spoil the comic for anyone who hasn't read it. Because it's
well, I do have a couple questions about the comic, but they're not too crazy, so I don't think it will throw anybody. And I'm gonna tiptoe around the answers a little bit to kind of make sure we're not spoiling the comic, because even though the movie was a bit of a disappointment, you should still read this comic. It's amazing. I think you should still go see the movie too. I mean,
yeah, I want the DCU to succeed.
It's your generic superhero movie. If you're a superhero fan, if you love watching superhero movies, it's not Madam Web. It's not Morbius.
I think that's a pretty easy bar to clear.
Stick. It's not the Incredible Hulk either. Like there's levels to every superhero fans know. There's levels to the quality and
for
stuff.
Sure. For
I'd say it's more on like the level of like the first Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah,
good fun movie, but nothing to
maybe
it, you know.
But yeah, another few critiques about it for our non-spoiler section. Yeah, like you said, pacing weird. It's just weird across the movie. I think the second half, the pacing gets a little bit more on track. The first half is pretty rough in the pacing. There's a few like just the structure of the story is weird in some spots, not just the pacing. And then like I don't think the dialogue is terrible by any means, but there is some like not great dialogue. The villain is pretty forgettable.
You gave me another thing to talk about for the non-spoiler section. He's honestly one of the worst superhero villains I've seen. Like he's on Malekith in Thor: The Dark World. I've heard a lot of people
say that shit too, and I don't disagree.
And like everybody says, it's like a Guardians of the Galaxy type movie, even though it wasn't directed by James Gunn. But
yeah, a lot of
like
people
Ronan
think it was
miles better, and he's not even a good villain either.
Ronan, I don't even like Ronan.
And he's kind of miles better than this guy.
Only reason Ronan is decent is because of Lee Pace being the actor,
and just because the story is goated.
Yeah, but like he's still a forgettable villain. But that's besides
more
the point.
About in the non-spoiler category. Millie Alcock?
Yeah, that's her name.
Alcock.
Yeah.
She did an amazing job as Supergirl.
Yes.
I see people afterwards saying like, "Oh, she's not," like saying that they don't think she would be able to carry her own film.
She totally could,
and she could. She carried this the best she could.
Yeah,
but
it was the script letting her down. It was the direction letting her down. Unfortunately, like I said, it's still worth a watch.
Lobo is also great.
But we all knew that was going to be
Everybody
great.
knew that Jason Momoa, like Jeremy Johns, I watched his review and he was like, oh yeah, he was great as Lobo, but everybody has been saying he was Lobo. Whenever he went back to his old Aquaman video, or whenever he was cast as Aquaman, he was like, oh, he's in the DCEU. He's probably Lobo, right? And that was like in 2013. He's like, yeah, everybody thought it should be him.
He should have been Lobo a decade ago, but that's now it's cool for him that he gets to actually play the character he thought he was going to play.
I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with him next.
I saw an interview with him talking about like if they were to do a Lobo solo movie, and he was basically like, "I will not do it unless it's rated R."
Damn straight.
So that's cool.
Yeah, damn straight.
And obviously I'm sure he'll still be in other PG-13 projects, but it won't be his movie. If it's his movie, he's like, I'm not doing it unless it's rated R, which fair. Yeah.
I respect it.
So I would love to see a Lobo solo movie. Lobo has a lot of potential to come into other Superman stories, and just space stories in the DC universe in general. Like he could cross over with some Green Lanterns sometime. You never know. He's still more of a Superman related character, but you know, he can, I don't care if he moves around to other DC characters. Anyway, I think Jason Momoa was great. He had a lot of fun in the role. You could tell, and his portrayal was good.
He had an absolute ball. He had a blast.
But he doesn't. There's not really a point to him being in this movie.
I was gonna say that too. I mean, like, I think every scene with him was enjoyable. I enjoyed seeing him, but it's like he really was there for no reason. He didn't progress the plot forward at all, except for at one point.
Where he. I probably shouldn't say that yet.
Hey. Hey.
So, I think that's about all my thoughts on Supergirl.
Yeah, we can't really get into much more without spoiling it. So, my final closing thoughts will be, yes, I say it's like a 6 out of 10, but it's still an enjoyable movie. In Jeremy John's ranking, it would be a better time if you were drunk. I watched it sober. It wasn't as good of a time. But I'd still recommend you to go watch it. The DCU still looking like it's going to be a good universe. I still trust in James Gunn.
I do too.
It was just probably the weakest link of the DCU so far, even though I wasn't that big of a fan of Creatures Commandos too, and he's high on Creature Commandos.
I don't understand your criticism of that show.
It's same thing. It's like a nothing burger.
It's not. It's really good. I like it a lot.
It is a nothing burger because none of those characters have been used again in the DCU yet, except for Rick Flag Sr., and they took everything that he gained in that show and reverted it in Peacemaker season 2.
For sure. So I do agree with that. But those characters are like all the actors that were cast to play those characters, like they cast them and drew their animation based on how the actor looks. So they can literally go to live action with them.
Of course, yeah.
So I think we'll see them again. We just haven't yet. And
that's true.
Season 2, I'm pretty sure, is like on the way now. So anyway, that's do
you have any closing remarks for the non-spoiler section?
Again, 6 out of 10. I think I'm glad I watched it. I'm not going to be racing to go back to see it a second time in the theater.
Yeah, I won't rewatch it in theaters.
I'll probably rewatch it when it comes to streaming at some point. But for right now, I don't. It's just a disappointment when it comes to comparing it to this amazing comic that we have, because it's so good, and I don't know how they fucked it up, bro. I don't know how they fucked it up. How do you fuck this up? Sorry, I'm a little angry, but I'm not actually angry. It's just a little frustrating. It's frustrating because you had the perfect source material and you squandered it a little bit. So I think that's about all I have to say.
Okay. Well, you hear it there. This is the official not spoiler review. So if you don't want any Supergirl spoilers, leave now. We'll put a timestamp for when you can come back when we're done talking spoilers, but this is your chance to leave now. So, where do you want to start?
Okay. I want to start with what you think about the ending. It's kind of a weird place to start.
Starting at the end.
Yeah. But it's controversial. It's already controversial. So
really?
I wanted to.
What's controversial about it?
Supergirl killing Krem.
Oh yeah, I brought that up to you whenever we watched it yesterday. It's like she was so worried about not having Ruth, become
Ruthie
see, I'll bring it up more, but I did not like her character, so I don't really care about her.
Her character's better in the comic books, if you ask me.
But like the whole time she's saying, "Oh, you should never kill because once you kill, it'll be in your heart forever." Yada yada yada, and it didn't show her kill the entire movie, so it's not like she was saying, and it never seemed like clear in her dialogue that, "Oh, I've killed before and I know how that works." It seems like she just knew that's how it goes. And then she kills him for her. And like, I thought she was just going to let him live. I thought that was a little weird because, I mean, does she kill a lot in the comics?
No.
Yeah.
Well, at least in this comic.
She doesn't kill Krem?
No, she doesn't. I was trying to not spoil the fucking comic, my guy. But, yeah, she doesn't kill Krem. I'm not going to explain more about what happens at the end of the comic because the way the ending plays out is a billion times better than the ending plays out in the movie. Mm-hmm. However, I don't necessarily hate Supergirl killing Krem at the end of the movie, and that's more on the trope in a lot of superhero movies or movies in general is this, or The Last of Us, is this trope of revenge.
The cycle of revenge.
Revenge is not the way, blah, blah, blah. And the trope is very tired. I think the way it's done in the comic is a lot better.
You know another trope that they've reused that Hollywood will not stop fucking using?
The kid with the older person.
Reluctant older person. Yeah. Like, geez, get away from that already.
Which this comic was before, like, The Mandalorian and, like, fucking...
so the comic walked, so
all these could run.
All these could run. And it should have never walked.
But the comic is so good. But, yeah, Mandalorian. Even God of War, technically, but...
God of War is the best at it.
Yeah, I agree. God of War
everything ever.
God of War is the best at that storyline trope, but that trope is getting really fucking tired, and I want it to go. I want it to go. But yeah, the revenge trope, oh my god. The revenge trope is a little played out and it's a little tired. And the reason I am not hating on the ending is because she took it off of a little girl's shoulders, but she still...
But then she put it on her shoulders.
But, listen to me, she gave justice to Krem. Because, like, that guy had to fucking go, man. That guy had to fucking go.
That dude fucking sucked.
That guy had to fucking go.
Not only was he a terrible person, but he was just a horrible villain.
Dude, he was comically evil. He was comically evil.
But, like, the issue with that ending is just that you feel nothing from it.
I agree. It's not
the story wasn't fleshed out enough for you to care about him killing her. Like, you're just like, yeah, he got to go. Oh, he's gone. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Cool. That's all it was.
I agree. I think the ending could have been handled better. I'm just saying I don't hate the fact that she killed him because I feel like that motherfucker deserved it. But
he was so deserving. Bro, trafficking little girls? Like, come on. Yeah, no, he got to go.
he got to go.
So I would like to shift and go to what I have been telling you is my biggest issue with this movie is the pacing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The first 30 minutes was a tough watch.
It was.
We brought that up. It was a tough watch. And then my favorite scene of the movie got ruined by the pacing. I'm going to try to get all this out like consecutively so it all makes sense. But so at like the halfway point of the movie, Supergirl, they have a break in the action, and Supergirl explains her backstory to Ruthie, and that was also a really good scene. I liked that scene. I thought the way that they did her backstory was done really well. But I feel like that should have been at the beginning of the movie. There was no point to take a break in the action. There was no point of them going to those people's house at all in this movie. But that's not even the my favorite scene that I'm talking about. They finish her whole backstory, and then they end it whenever she got sent away from Argo City. And then they stop it there and go back to the action. They go like 30 minutes into the action, and then I don't even know what scenes were in between this scene. My favorite scene, the scene where she meets Superman at the fortress.
Yeah, that scene's awesome.
Because it doesn't make sense with the pacing.
Yeah.
It literally goes from, I have no idea what it was, what scene was before and what scene was after, because it was so out of place. The second I saw that, I was like, why is this at this point right here?
Yeah.
Like it made the scene worse than it should have been. Like they should have had that. They honestly should have had that whole backstory at the beginning of the movie.
And I don't know about beginning, but
yeah, have it at the very beginning, and then have a couple more scenes of her being depressed on Earth, and then go into her, getting drunk everywhere. I feel like that would have made the pacing better.
It could have worked, but my thing is that whole section of her origin essentially is it's so fast. Like they get through it so quickly. They need to spend more time on Argo City and with.
I didn't really feel like it went too quickly.
It did. In the comics.
I'm just wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, you should have.
All right.
Dumbass. In the comics, I feel like it's explored a lot more in depth, and I feel like they were just kind of trying to breakneck rush through that shit. Well,
this is like, we have like as one of our segments that we'll do at some point, qualms with modern movies. I feel like we could just sprinkle it in whenever. That's a big issue I have with modern movies. They don't trust like audiences to like watch an actual fucking movie.
They don't like trust you to be able to sit in a moment or like sit.
Like a good comedy should be the length of Supergirl. It's a little under 2 hours. A good in-depth movie, I don't feel like you can get that done successfully 9 times out of 10, because there is outliers. Yes, there is outliers, but 9 times out of 10 you cannot get an in-depth good story with less than 2 hours and 30 minutes. Or 2 hours 20, 2 hours 15.
I think you can get a good movie told in 2 hours.
Yes, but I'm saying most of the time it doesn't work. Most of the time, especially in modern movies, they cut the rundown time down to just under 2 hours, and then it rushes through everything. Fantastic Four is a good example of that too. Their whole opening montage in Fantastic Four is literally in like bomb, bomb, bomb,
bomb, bomb.
4 minutes, and that's it. Like they could have done a whole like fight sequence with one of the villains. They could have shown more about Ben's like struggles personally and like more of their family dynamic, but they just go through all of it at a breakneck speed.
I will say,
and Supergirl does that same thing.
Especially with superhero movies in general, like you have to be able to sit with moments, and you have to be able to like actually fully
let it linger.
Yeah. What the story is about. And a lot of these movies are just like getting to the result as quickly as possible. I do agree with that, and that gets a little frustrating. Especially Woman of Tomorrow, like the comic, you probably could have made a 3-hour movie out of this comic.
Really?
And it would have been awesome if you literally just did the exact structure and the exact storyline. Like, it would have been awesome. But, I understand that screenwriters a lot of the time don't want to literally just copy and paste words from a comic onto a screenplay.
But if it works, it works.
It would work with this comic, but sometimes you got to put in your own artistic style onto your own screenplay. I can kind of understand that, but like, don't tell us you're adapting a specific comic, one specific comic, if you're gonna basically make it twice as bad, or like half as good. That's probably the better way to say it.
Right.
If you're gonna make it half as good, why not just do the fucking comic the way it is? So it's unfortunate, but again, it's still worth. I still think it's worth a watch. Anyways,
let's talk about Creme.
Dude, okay, so
is he the worst comic book villain ever? I would put him in that discussion.
I mean, bottom 3 for sure.
I would put him in that discussion, bro.
He's pretty bad, and like
he might be worse than Malekith.
I wouldn't go that far.
Malekith was just like they tried to add like humor to him too, and like how he's always laughing, and like they like tried to make him like kind of like a maniacal like Joker type, and it just didn't land at all. At least with Malekith, they're just going for boring evil villain. Like with this, they're trying to do something else, and it doesn't work.
Dude, one thing about Malekith is that how are you going to cast fucking Christopher Eccleston? I think that's how you say his name. I have no idea. I know you don't know who he is. Doctor Who fans will know.
Is he one of the Doctor Who's?
Yeah, he's one of the Doctors. And he's goated. But dude, he's such a good actor, and you put him in like the most boring.
Wait, is he the first one?
I mean, in like the reboot.
Yeah. Like in the first couple seasons?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons of Doctor Who. Yeah, I know that. I
didn't think you'd watched any.
And I can picture it now, seeing like the Doctor Who's face, and then looking at Malekith. I can kind of see how I see that. Huh.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome as a doctor.
Not good as Malekith though.
It's because they gave him shit. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that too much right now. But
let's just go back to Krem, because like there's no motivation. Like it's just all they say is, oh, they're an all men tribe, and they steal girls to rape them and make it an all man species still.
Yeah.
And that's it.
There's not in the comic.
Like they don't explain why.
That like sex trafficking aspect is not in the comic at all.
See, that makes this work worse. Cause
why do you say that?
I have to tread carefully with how I say this, but going out of the movie, I was like, okay, this seems pretty woke.
Bro, don't be saying woke, my guy.
I mean, and that not being an aspect of the comic, it just seems like they added more just for like empowerment that didn't really pay off well.
Yeah, but empowerment is good.
If it's not done well.
Yeah, that's true. I think you need to have people that are trying to add inclusivity into movies and empowerment, things like that, need to also still be a good writer. Like, you want to have, I think inclusivity is good, but like, you're going to have all of these people complaining about woke and all that shit when the movie just doesn't end up good. Like, people are just going to cry woke and be annoying on the internet.
That's why I didn't want to say that, and I wasn't even going to bring that up until you said that the whole sex trafficking part was never a part of it. Like, that's intentionally adding that in to add another aspect of it whenever it's already a female-led movie. You don't need to add more of that, you know?
It's an important thing to talk about, I think, in movies. You just have to do it well, and I don't think it was done well here. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong. I can agree with that.
So, that part isn't in the movie, and I don't necessarily hate the inclusion of that in the movie. It's just not done super well. And Krem is like also
shit. He's shit.
He's also better in the comic, bro. Like, he's also better.
Is he actually a good villain, or is he a generic villain in it?
He's still kind of generic, but there's it works for the comic, for the story that they tell in the comic. Like, it makes sense. He's just like a regular fucking dude. Like, he literally is just a redhead. Like, he doesn't have the design he has in the comics in the movie at all.
You know what I also really didn't like is Ruthie's reason for revenge is all because of her dumbass brother. That was so dumb, bro. He sees her sitting there watching and jumps out. And he's just instantly, okay, I'm gonna throw an axe at your back. Like it was so stupid.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And Krem is evil, but at that point, if I'm in someone's house and they think that I'm
like trying to get the jump on them,
they know that I'm gonna try to kill them, then they are going to try to get a jump on me. So if someone jumps out and goes, I'm going to instantly turn around, bitch, take this axe.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Nah,
Like they could have made him a better villain with that if they just had him kill them for no reason, or like kill the son, or kill everybody except for the mom and Ruthie to try to sex traffic her, since they added that in. But the mom like sacrifices herself for her to escape. That would have been so much better, would it not have?
You know what's also different in the comics?
Huh?
She doesn't lose her whole family. It's just her dad. And just the way it's done is so much better. It's so much better. I don't want to spoil too much, but like it makes sense.
Speaking about the comic, I wanted to bring up what I told you I was going to bring up about an issue I had, which if it's a part of the comic, I'll let it go. It just means I don't know the lore as much as I should. The Green Sun was stupid.
That's in the comic.
That's a thing?
That's in the comic.
So Lanterns also is like kryptonite to super people in the comic?
No.
So why is Green Sun, the color, it's just because the sun's the color green?
Well, so
like that makes no sense to me.
Here's the thing. Kryptonite, like actual kryptonite,
is a mineral
that has radiation. You know what suns do? They give off radiation. So when it's green,
it's kryptonite in the sun,
and
basically.
Also they get their powers from the yellow sun. So like it would make sense that a green sun would affect them, and the red sun
because it's all about radiation with them.
It's all about radiation.
Yeah, I just didn't know the lore.
Yeah.
I just needed to talk through it with you. So that is a thing in it where it's a green sun one day and then yellow at the other.
Actually, in the comic, it's literally just a green sun. There's no yellow sun at all. It's not a binary star system or anything like that.
So how does she win? You're right.
I can't tell you that without spoiling the comic.
You're right. I just have to read it on my own.
I am going to give a light comic spoiler. Bro, they took out dinosaurs on the Green Planet, bro. Why the fuck did they take out the dinosaurs?
Dude, why? You're telling me we had that final battle when we could have had dinosaurs?
There were dinosaurs on the Green Sun planet. Why did they take them out? I am pissed about that.
Wow, they fumbled that bad.
Why did they take that out?
That would have been dope.
Yeah. And Ruthie has to fight them because Kara can't do anything. It's awesome. It's awesome in the comic, and they took it out. Sorry for the spoilers for the comic. I just had to rant about that because why? Why would you take that out? Anyways,
modern audiences love action.
They love dinosaurs, bro. Yeah. Everyone wants to see dinosaurs.
That shit up, yeah.
Come on, that would get your box office up $100 million.
Well, I also think their box office is gonna suck because the marketing was. I mean, people are talking about how the marketing wasn't done very well.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of losers online just want the movie to fail. Because
Snyder fans gotta love them Snyder fans. I got something for you later, Snyder fans. I got something for you. Don't you worry.
Snyder fans and just incels that are just hate women, in general. I've seen so many people.
Like the people who said God of War Laufey looks bad.
The people saying God of War laundry. Come on, bro.
I saw it edited that. It actually is pretty funny.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but come on, people. We can come up with better jokes than that.
Bro, Kratos was low-key a sim. She probably made him do the fucking laundry. Even though that's my goat.
He was probably out there with a bucket and a washboard, bro.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking scraping
shit out.
Yeah.
Honestly, how much they fight, they probably don't even care about doing laundry. They probably stink.
Ugh, I don't want to think about that, bro. What the fuck?
What else you got for about our spoiler review for Supergirl? I talked to you about what I wanted to with the Green Sun. I just thought that was weird. Now that you explained it to me, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I talked about the big pacing problem for me,
which it was a problem for sure.
Yeah. We talked about the villain. I guess the only two other things. Actually, I have something else. I really did not like Ruthie, and you said she was done a lot better in the comics.
She was. I don't hate her in the movie at all, actually.
I did not like her. She was so boring and cliche, and just
there was definitely some
felt
cliche
like she shouldn't
in there,
be there
for sure.
Repeating the I am Ruthie from Clan like 10 different times, and that's all she's doing. And then she didn't do any, like, you said she fights dinosaurs in the comic. Like, what fucking fighting did she do in this?
Not shit, really.
She was just running away the entire time.
Bro, yeah, that's... They really didn't give her... She had more to do in the comic, for sure. And
she was more badass?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I'm not going to spoil the comic. I already spoiled the dinosaur part. Sorry, everyone. But, yeah.
Now they have a reason to read it. Bro, there's dinosaurs? I should read this.
But, yeah. I don't hate her character in the movie. I think she is better in the comic. Basically, almost anything you can point to that happens in the movie is better in the comic, unfortunately. Like, it...
Kind of seems that way.
The potential for this movie was so high, and they did not meet it, unfortunately. I really don't think I have any other spoilers to talk about besides maybe...
we'll just go through, because we did not talk about Millie Alcock's performance and
she's
Lobo's
great.
performance. And, of course, David Cornsweet in this. He showed...
Bro, he's just
Superman. He
Superman.
showed once again, yeah.
He's just Superman.
He is Superman.
Like,
like, my favorite scene is scene with Kara. Like, that's so Superman coded. He's so just, like...
He's perfect.
He's like, oh, why am I talking louder? I'm
Dude,
stupid.
That's, like, my favorite fucking joke in the whole movie.
I think Millie Alcock did a fantastic job as Supergirl. Yeah. I thought her arc was good, but it also wasn't fleshed out as much as it needed to be. Like, the structure of her arc was good. It fit, but it wasn't fleshed out well enough. Like,
just like it was in the comic. It was fleshed out better. Come on, people.
And then Lobo, I loved Jason Momoa's Lobo.
He was a lot of fun to watch.
We said he was in it for, like, no reason.
Yeah.
He was just there for shits and giggles. Yeah, which I liked his shits and giggles.
And then he ends up being a fucking Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, because, like, how the fuck did he even get caught?
Like
how did he get caught?
Yeah. And then he just, like, comes back in at the end to, like, save Kara real quick, and that's, like, all he does.
Did he save Kara? I thought he just watched him.
No, he just
watched her kill.
Yeah. No, because, like...
Oh, no, he did, because she was about to get shot with, or get her head cut off or whatever.
Oh, yeah, and then he like, comes up and, like...
starts bombing everything.
Yeah, he, like, fucks up Krem because... Yeah, or
Fuck that guy.
He fucks up... This is what it was. He fucks up the guy that he had the bounty on, who was the one that was going to decapitate Kara. And he cuts his head off. And then he stuffs it in a bag.
Okay.
And then, because he needed it for his bounty, and that's how he saved Kara.
Yeah, he said, like, a joke like, oh, it's better when they're not moving or something, or like something
like that.
Or when it's a to-go size, where it's to-go size for the bounty, or something like that.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. So that's, like, the only plot relevance he actually had in the movie, which it was also a Deus Ex Machina, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Like, still, overall, 6 out of 10. I think that about wraps up every spoiler thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we have said everything.
Wait, we forgot.
Never mind.
We forgot. Bro, that needle drop, dude, at the end.
How did we forget? God. Oh my God, we were wanting to talk about this so badly.
It's so bad.
I saw online before I watched the movie, I saw someone say that this movie it may be one of the worst needle drops of all time.
Ever.
And so I'm watching through it, and I keep watching, and I've seen every single one. I was like...
These all have been fine. A couple of the needle
drops I wasn't the biggest fan of,
but I was
like, they're fine. And then I was like, what are they talking about? And then it takes the score, and it goes into an orchestral version of The Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, and he knows this, that was literally one of my favorite songs growing up. Mm-hmm. So them putting that as a needle drop, that should have been a plus. But they slowed it and made it like all orchestral and slow and like classical, and then it just didn't fit with the tone of the scene at all.
Yeah, it didn't at all.
Yeah,
and it
was so out of place.
Yeah, and what really pisses me off about it is because like the score that they had behind what was happening at the moment, which was like basically the climax where they're like all circling around her Mad Max style. The score was working for the scene, The score was fucking working, and then they just cut the score.
But we kind of disagree with that because I thought the score was pretty mid.
I thought it was okay overall. It wasn't anything to write home about.
It didn't seem any. Of course, it's not supposed to be like Superman's hopeful theme, but it's like there was like no riff on like anything. It doesn't sound like any super. It doesn't sound like it would be Supergirl's theme. I don't know what it is about it. It didn't hit well for me. I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the score was fine. It was serviceable. I don't think it was bad. It wasn't great.
That needle drop was.
But they literally cut off the score, and then switched to the needle drop in the middle of the fucking climax.
And then they had everything in slow motion. The effects didn't look the best at that point either.
It
was rough.
It was really bad. It like. When people said it was maybe one of the worst needle drops of all time, I thought it was being blown out of proportion. No, that might be a top one bad needle drop or bottom one needle drop of all time.
See, and then I know people online are going to say shit about James Gunn and say he don't got it anymore because of that needle drop.
He didn't direct it.
That's what I was going to say.
He didn't direct the damn movie or write it.
Yeah, if James Gunn did that needle drop, that shit probably would have been fire. But... It was not, unfortunately.
Yeah. James Gunn didn't direct the movie. He didn't write the movie, but he did approve the script, so he does have some
blame.
Fault.
Yes.
Yeah, he does have some blame here.
I did just think of one other spoiler thing I wanted to talk about. We're both huge sci-fi fans.
Oh, yeah.
The aspects of sci-fi in this, I really did not like. I did not think it was done well. It was like the worst parts of sci-fi to me.
Dude.
Like the two aliens in the ship.
Yeah.
That were controlling that ship. It was too weird for me. It was super weird. Her in the bar at the beginning with those weird aliens that she's fighting and dealing with. And then those fucking tech pirates. All that sci-fi, like, it turned me off so bad. I was like, this is not entertaining. This is just weird.
Again. All of this stuff is done well in the comic. Like, come on.
The tech pirates were cool in the comics.
Oh yeah,
because I thought they were so lame in this.
Oh, they were cool as fuck in the comic.
They were very lame. Can you agree with me on that? Whole section.
Literally, no, like aliens or tech pirates or whatever the fuck
stood out to me. None of it was good.
Yeah, like it was all pretty bad.
It seemed like they were trying to put some glup shittos in there, but it's not Star Wars. Yeah. So like you're not. So instead of glup shittos, it's just shitto glups. It's like it's some random, just putting random shit into it. Like whenever I make margaritas for coworkers at Collective, I'll be like, "What type of margarita do you want?" And every time someone asks that, we say, "Man, just throw shit in a cup." That's what they did with the Supergirl sci-fi. They were like, take everything in sci-fi. What type of sci-fi you want? Just throw shit in a cup, bro. Yeah. Just throw shit in a cup.
It's not the best overall. But again, done better in the comic. But
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's the consensus that
I did kind of like Seth Rogen's character a little bit. We got through like two scenes with him, and we both noticed at the same time because of something he said. I didn't say it, but you looked over at me. You were like, "Is that fucking Seth Rogen?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I just noticed that. That's great. What is Seth Rogen doing in this?" Who fucking knows? But he had a couple funny lines. But that was like the only alien that had any charisma at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to spoiler talk that I want to talk about for this movie. Do you have anything else you want to
lap it so we can do a timestamp?
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got for the spoiler review. So that's all we got for our review of Supergirl. He says the comic's a lot better. I'm just gonna have to watch it and figure that out on my own.
It's the second time you've done that shit. Come on, bro.
And last week saying Bruce Lee, like I just keep mixing up words, bro. Like, oh my God. But yes, I need to read this, see what I think. But we both give it a 6 out of 10. We still think that you all should watch this.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just your typical.
Go see Supergirl. But it is
DC
typical.
hire us for promotion. Anyway, moving forward.
And bring us to the premiere of Man of Tomorrow.
Yes, please. But now we are going to go into our next segment, which is ranking all Superman, Supergirl, Supergirl, Superwoman,
Super family.
That's the best way to say it. Ranking all super family movies that we have watched.
Live action.
Yes. I have not watched Superman 4 Quest for Peace. Neither has he.
I haven't seen it.
He hasn't watched Superman 3
Yeah,
as
I haven't seen that one.
And we both haven't watched Supergirl. Or Superwoman.
The OG Supergirl.
Is it Supergirl?
It's Supergirl.
Yes, we have not watched the OG
From like
Supergirl.
1980 something.
Talking about the OG one. Duh, dude, we just said our review for Supergirl. You don't have to. Okay. Anyway, we have the DCEU in here too. The 2 Superman movies in that too. So I will start with my ranking of 8, and I will go through it. So my least favorite Superman movie of all time is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
That shit booty ass.
It shouldn't surprise you, but I mean, the characterization of Batman and Superman is done bad. And then the Lex Luthor is just the Joker. Worst Lex Luthor we've seen in live action. And the story it just doesn't work. Doesn't work.
No,
Martha.
Why did you say that name?
Bro goes from wanting to to murder everybody and murder Superman no matter what to, oh, you know someone named Martha. I'm gonna help you. I got you, bro.
Crazy work.
Not very good. The Ultimate Edition is a lot better, but I am also still not a fan of it. Same as Zack Snyder's Justice League. His version is way better than the Justice League.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
All that slow-mo makes me want to blow my brains out.
On God, bro.
Like, why do we have a slow-mo of these, like, Argentinian people singing at the beginning of the movie?
Dude, I have no clue.
It's so stupid. But anyway, on to my number 7. I got Man of Steel. I actually am a lot higher on Man of Steel than a lot of the haters. I'm not at the level of Snyder fans. I think it's an all-right superhero movie. It is not a good Superman movie, though.
Yes.
There is a distinction.
Yes.
Superman is not, his characterization is not done well at all. Henry Cavill would have been a great casting for Superman, too. He just got shitty writing.
He got Zack Snyder, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then, of course, the big scene everybody talks about, Jonathan Kent's death scene is so stupid in that. So dumb.
Like crazy work.
Yeah. But that is why I have Man of Steel at 7. At my number 6, I got Supergirl 2026, what we just watched. I was even tempted to put it under Man of Steel, but I don't want to get burned at the stake by DCU fans because I know Snyder fans are gonna kill me for putting those so low, but I that's not the audience I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with putting Supergirl over it, but it is just a nothing burger of a movie, and that's why it is so low. At number 5, I have Superman 3, 1983 with Richard Pryor. I think it is a better story than Supergirl because it's not as much of like a nothing happens. It's just like basic plot, everything. Like, it's a different movie. It's actually pretty funny at parts. I thought the first half of the movie was really good. And then the last half, like, just completely fell apart. But it's a fun watch. It's enjoyable to watch. It's a little corny, but that's a part of its charm. It gets super corny near the end to the point where it's too much. So that's why it's my lowest of the Richard Donner Superman era, Christopher Reeves era. I didn't watch Superman 4 because of this one, because I heard that Superman 4 was even worse, and I saw the downfall that was going on in Superman 3. So I was like, you know what, I'll just skip that. At number 4, I got, now everything in the top 4, I like all of these movies a lot. At my 4th place, I got Superman Returns 2006 with Brandon Routh. Thought it was a faithful adaptation. I thought the effects looked pretty good for its time. And, I mean, there's not much more to say. I think it's a solid Superman story. Yeah. I don't see much wrong with it. It's a little more boring or not as in-depth as the other ones above it, but it's a solid Superman story. So then I'm into the top 3. And for my 3rd favorite Superman movie ever, I got Superman 2, 1980. I never watched the Donner cut. People say the Donner cut is better. I just wasn't as a fan of Superman 2 as much as the OG. Like, I didn't... him having his powers gone for so long, it's a worse version of Spider-Man 2, which I know it came before, but I watched it after Spider-Man 2. It's just a worse version of that, and then the effects look worse because they have multiple Kryptonians instead of one, so they're trying to deal with that. And it's not as good of a story as I think the first one is. And then, so that is my third on the list. For my second favorite Superman movie, I got Superman 2025.
Hell yeah.
Me and him, when we first watched it, were actually very low on it.
I wouldn't say very.
Not very low, but we were disappointed walking out of it because we felt there was a couple things done wrong. I felt whenever that kid was asking for Superman's help that
he should have shown up.
Yes, and the Justice Gang helped in Metropolis until he got there.
Yeah.
That was one of my big issues. I felt like it went a little too fast, but rewatching it, it's very rewatchable. It's a great movie, and it just makes you feel hopeful.
Yeah, it does everything it needs to do when it comes to lifting up, trying to be optimistic and powerful and moving. So
and it's a great like characterization of Superman. David Corn Sweat is
he is
Superman.
Goated.
He is Superman
so
now.
Goated.
And like whenever there's not a single death in the movie except for Molly, and that's the one. And
Molly, bro,
the goat, bro.
I love you, Molly.
It's just completely different from Man of Steel, and it's the correct characterization.
Yeah, they did it right.
But for my number one favorite Superman movie of all time, it's got to be the OG. It's got to be 1978 Superman.
I mean, come on.
I mean, it just has to be. It's such a classic. It stands the test of time. It really does. And I mean, that theme. You can't. It's literally one of the most, if not the most iconic theme.
They literally reused it in Superman 2025.
And I really like how they used it in that, but I don't think you can beat 1978.
The way they spun the theme.
Yeah, like so you can't.
But the way they spun the theme to be different in 2025 was so fucking good.
And they made it punk rock, and then that was a theme of maybe that's the real punk rock.
That song is such a good needle drop for the end of the movie. Like, it's so good.
Is it better than the middle in Supergirl?
I think just about anything is. My God.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, you just got to go with the OG. Clark and Lois's relationship is great in it.
Yeah.
Lex is great in it. Superman, Christopher Reeves. If there wasn't David Cornsweet, I would still be saying Christopher Reeves is my Superman because he just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And it really sucks what happened to him.
Yeah, it does.
But he will forever be solidified as one of the best Superman to ever do it.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. But that is my ranking of all of them. Yeah, I got OG Superman at number one. I feel like that is a good spot for it. Superman 2025 is just a little bit worse than it, I'd say.
Just a little.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to go into my list. It's going to be...
This shit about to suck.
It's like half the same as yours, dude.
Oh, no, then it's a great list. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go.
You bitch ass. All right, anyway. Starting off bottom, Batman versus Superman.
Dude, that should be at the top.
All right, come on now. Come on now. At least respect my list. Goddamn. No, I'm kidding.
You're right.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
do
we even have to talk about that at all?
I really don't need to. Lex is fucking god awful in that movie. Jesse Eisenberg is a decent actor, but good God, the direction with Lex is horrible. That's like maybe one of my least favorite villain performances ever put to film. Like, it's so bad.
Worse than Bro?
Krem is just forgettable. Lex is actively
He's not infuriating
bad.
To watch. Yeah,
like... Batman vs Superman is terrible. I do like the Ultimate Edition more too. It does make it a little better, but like fucking Superman aura farming in the middle of a blown up fucking what was it?
He could have saved at least one person.
Like, he could
have done something.
Come on,
yeah.
That motherfucker does not care about human life. Like, that is not Superman. All right, anyway.
At least he was really good at aura farming.
I will say the aura is there.
Like, you know the one where the lady's like holding up to him and after a tsunami, and he's just sitting there looking at them. There's so many memes about it where people are like, bro, we see the fit, Superman. Come fucking save me now, bro.
God, that shit's hilarious. But yeah, I don't really have to say much more on Batman vs. Superman. Then 6, by the way, I have 7 because I haven't seen Superman 4. So I have 1 less than Noah.
3, Superman 3.
And Superman 3. That's what I meant. Just Superman 3. You haven't seen 4. I tweaked. All right. Number 6, Man of Steel. You know what? I'm going to do the controversial thing. And I'm going to put Supergirl in number 6 instead of Man of Steel.
Stop crinkling it.
You're right. The mic is right here.
That is pretty controversial, though.
It's controversial. I'm not as much of a Man of Steel hater as everybody is.
Neither am I.
Supergirl is just. I think also what makes me put it below Man of Steel is how disappointed I am as a reader of the comic book, and how I know it had the potential to be so much better. So
that's valid.
I think that's really my main reason why I put Supergirl at 6 and then Man of Steel at 5. And like I said, I'm not as low on Man of Steel as everyone else is. It's still not a good Superman movie. And yeah, you already said basically
that's what's hard about some rankings, because I have a similar issue with whenever we talk about it during Brand New Day, like Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
There's 2 that are objectively the worst, but they do Spider-Man like pretty well, and then there's a third one above it that I have, like, I don't know if I put it above it or below it. I feel like you know exactly what movie I'm talking about.
I know, but you gotta hold off on that for Brand New Day.
But I know you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
We're right here.
We're
right here.
We'll come back to that when Brand New Day comes out. But Man of Steel, it's very much like The Dark Knight, where I think it's still kind of a good movie. Whereas, I mean, obviously Dark Knight's an amazing movie, but
I was about to say, you're treading on thin ice.
Yeah, no, Dark Knight's an amazing movie. Man of Steel is just a good movie, I guess. But or maybe mediocre to good movie. But it's a bad Superman movie. And you can't deny that even though Zack Snyder, like, he ruined the characterization of a lot of DC characters in his DCEU, bro does kind of have the sauce when it comes to visuals, at least. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. I mean, all the visuals of Superman in those movies looks good.
Yeah.
That's what I meant about, like, the horror farming. Yeah, like, it looks really good. It's just the characterization is not very good.
Zack Snyder has the sauce. He just doesn't have the narrative capability. He doesn't have the characterization capability. He wants all of his shit to be edgy and dark. And
I wouldn't even say he doesn't have the narrative capability, because, like, he's made good stories. He just, like, the interviews he would say, he was like, oh, they told me the one thing I can't do with Batman is have him kill people. So I was like, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Like, what, bro?
Like, no, don't do that, please. Never. I'm looking at you, DC. Never let either Robert Pattinson Batman or the DCU Batman ever kill. Please. Thanks. All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
No, let him kill.
You're just trying to rage bait now. Come on, bro. Anyway, number 4, Superman Returns. Basically the same spot as you. And I actually haven't seen this one in a really long time, so I really don't have much to say about it. I just remember liking it. I remember it being pretty good. And
it's just your basic good Superman movie.
You know,
exactly. That's all it is.
It's better than Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, and Supergirl. Like, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I will say one thing I don't like is that they kind of about Superman Returns is that they try to make Brandon Routh essentially be Chris Reeves. Like, it's supposed to be a continuation of Chris Reeves' story.
He was always a great Superman, though. Did you see him as Superman in the CW? Superman. Did you see him in the CW shows?
Yeah,
as Kingdom Come Superman.
I didn't see the
full episodes. He was really good
but
in that.
No, I never said he was a bad Superman. I just don't like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They continued Chris Reeves' story with him. I wish they just rebooted.
Which is what they wanted to do at first, but then the studio said otherwise. It's always the damn studio.
It's always the damn studio. Be meddling. All right. Next one is Superman 2 for number 3. Or that's my third favorite is Superman 2.
So do we have the exact same list? Except for you putting Man of Steel?
Maybe.
Okay.
But let me get through it, goddammit. You just spoiled it for the viewers. All right. Superman 2, but I do have different things. Sorry, I be crinkling. I need to set this shit down. There's one glaring issue that bothers me in Superman 2, and that's the whole Clark making Lois forget he has powers. I really don't like that.
And then he's still trying to mac with her afterwards.
Yeah, I really don't like that. That's like my biggest qualm with that movie. But like General Zod in that movie is really good, except for when they throw that fucking. Or is that in Superman 3?
No, that was Superman who threw it though.
Okay, yeah, but is that in 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
When he throws his symbol.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
Goofy as shit.
That shit's stupid, but it's kind of hilarious. It has a little bit of charm.
I mean, it's funny. Like another bad effect moment whenever he takes the powers from them, and then the way he lifts them up looks so fucking goofy, and then just throws them off the edge.
That's also due to technical limitations at the time.
I know, so you can't be mad at it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I think about that one. And then 2, Superman 2025. You kind of already said a lot of how I feel about that movie. I think the optimism that Superman gives is great. David Cornswet is literally the perfect casting. I remember actually when he got casted, I had just seen him in the movie Pearl, and I was like,
I've heard a lot of good stuff about Pearl.
And he's great in that movie too. And I was like, yes, like that's perfect, like good shit, good casting. And then he proved us all, or he proved me right at least. Yeah, phenomenal casting. Also, all the characters in that movie are great. Mr. Terrific is a standout.
He's the best supporting character.
He's the best supporting character in that movie. Lois Lane is obviously great. Rachel Brosnahan is a great casting for her. Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen.
Oh yeah, that man got some riz out the ass. He got
riz out the ass. But he's a great casting for that. I'm super excited for the Gorilla Grodd Jimmy Olsen show.
Shit, I forgot they're doing that.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Olsen has some wacky comic history, and I haven't got much into it myself, but I'm gonna try to. Anyways, Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, come on, bro, great casting. Yeah. Nathan Fillion kills everything he's fucking in. Isabella Merced's Hawkgirl is pretty good. I like her ending with I think his name is like Facile Gurkos or something like that, where she kills him.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, there are a few minor nitpicks here and there, but that movie's like a 9 out of 10 for both of us, so it had to be in second place.
I'm probably 8.5, closer to that.
Ain't no way you're lowering your shit now.
I've never said 9.
You did.
When the hell did I say it was a 9?
Man, let's just move on. Superman 1978, obviously, is number 1. I mean, Chris Reeves is a generational casting. Again, may he rest in peace. I also watched the documentary they released on him. Right, like a few months before. I think they released a few months before Superman came out. That was really sad to watch because he could have been genuinely unmatchable. Like if he didn't lose everything. And I always hate to talk about like what could have been when a prolific artist or actor or anyone dies, because it's like, oh, you just love them for their work. Like it kind of feels bad to say like, oh, what could have been, but I don't know. It's just always something I think about. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the movie is great. It just really nails down that core ideal that Superman is.
I didn't bring it up when I was talking about it, but his ability to switch from
Clark to Superman is...
No one's done it as good as him since. Even David Cornsplot hasn't done it as good. He hasn't had as much opportunity.
I was going to say, I think he'll have opportunity to do that in the future, but
yeah, the way he would switch from like to like all
to that hunch. Yeah. And also like that's one thing about Superman 2025 I didn't like as much is that we really
there wasn't much Clark
Kent. Yeah, there was not enough Clark Kent in that movie. But yeah, Superman 1978, it's a classic for a reason. Score is incredible. Christopher Reeves is incredible. Why am I blanking on the actress's name that played Lois? It's
Lois. It doesn't matter.
I'm so sorry, Lois. I don't remember your actress's name. But yeah, she's great in that movie. There are still a couple weird lines here and there that are of their time, like the whole fucking "Can you see my panties?" or some shit line like that.
That was a shot from the moon. She was shooting like Steph Curry.
Yeah, like that's some of its time.
She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer that." Like,
yeah,
they were red.
That was definitely of its time. That shit would not fly today. But
I think that part's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I don't think people would go for it today. Is what I'm saying. But
see, that annoys me with how sensitive people get to stuff in movies.
I meant more
nowadays.
like I don't think people would risk writing that into a script.
Yeah, but there's no reason that should be.
It's really harmless for sure.
Yeah.
I agree, but yeah, overall, it's just one of the best superhero movies of all time. It's really hard to compete with that. So that's my list. I think that does it.
Good list. So we both have talked about our rankings for all Superman, Supergirl movies. Although we've missed a couple, we have watched 90% of them.
Yep.
We are now going to go into, this is our first segment, doing this segment. It's a Is It Better Than segment. So we are going to run through past superhero movies, past movies of this year, and like early MCU movies, and we will discuss if we think that Supergirl is better than those.
We're just basically comparing superhero movies only, except for something else that we might throw in there. But
so starting off, is Supergirl better than Superman 2025?
Hell no.
Absolutely not. It's just, it's not as, it doesn't have that hopeful message. The story's not as solid.
It could have been up there though. It could have been genuinely like there could have been some contention there, but
is it better than Fantastic Four First Steps?
I'm pretty low on Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're at a 6 out of 10.
I'm probably at a 7. So yes, it is better. Or
I was about to say,
Supergirl isn't better. Fantastic Four is better
because it has that same issue. It has a similar issue to Supergirl, where it's trying to rush through everything so much. But the story's so much better. The themes are so much better. The visuals are so much better. Like, I agree, the action is better.
The visuals are really actually very good.
They're incredible in that movie.
To be fair, I only did watch Fantastic Four once, and
you were sloshed.
I was pretty sloshed. So.
Yeah, I was there. You were sloshed for sure.
So maybe I need to revisit that one.
Yeah, bro, you don't even remember what happens in the movie. You're saying
I do. I remember what happens. It's just I probably need to revisit that one.
Okay, this is a good one. Is it better than Captain America: Brave New World?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
I think it is. Brave New World's pretty bad.
I think they're both just nothing burgers, but I kind of like the pizzazz of Brave New World more. I just like the fight on the fight in the ocean, and then the whole Red Hulk fight. I liked both of those more than any action scene in this.
I will say the action is probably better in Brand New Day, Brave New World, but that movie is such like nothing at all. Like there's at least some scenes.
There's like no arc for Sam.
In Supergirl, there's at least like actual important plot threads that actually do something, whereas Brave New World.
Is Ruthie better than Joaquin?
Joaquin,
the Falcon.
Oh, hell no.
So okay, I'm trying to break this down, but then Supergirl has better characterization than Sam Wilson in Captain America 4, correct?
Yes.
So that's 1-1. The villain, which is better? Brave New World.
It's gonna be, but like barely though.
Red Hulk is not barely better than
Red Hulk is not
Grem.
the villain.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're
The
right.
leader is the villain.
Shit, he does kind of suck.
Yeah, he's awful. Like, he's awful.
But he's not nearly as bad as... I already forgot his name. I think I just said it wrong. Grem?
Krem.
Yeah, see, I don't... Oops, sorry. The action, I think, is better in Brave New World, too. We can agree to disagree on this one, but they are similar levels.
They're pretty close to the same level.
Yeah. Next up, we got... Is it better than... The answer is no. Is it better than Thunderbolts?
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Thunderbolts is
great.
Thunderbolts was my favorite Marvel movie of that year. Last year.
Oh, yeah, because you liked it better than Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
I did, too.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it was the best Marvel movie of that year.
Dude, some of my friends trash on that movie.
Thunderbolts is gas.
That movie's so good.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't understand how people wouldn't like it.
People are dumb. Now, before we go on to early MCU, because we'll be talking about that, is it better than Obsession or Project Hail Mary?
Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not.
So it's the worst movie that we've watched of this
So
year?
far, yeah. Unfortunately, and I didn't want it to be.
I'm sad. I'm sad. But now I know that Brand New Day will be better, and I'm happy.
The thing is,
because that's my goat, you know?
So we've only seen...
Dude, I think Doomsday might be better.
I mean, it probably will. Unfortunately, I
wasn't gonna say that.
I wasn't gonna say that at the beginning of this year. I was like, it might be better. I was gonna say like Supergirl might be better than Doomsday, and now I'm like, oh,
now it's the other way around.
Yeah. We've only seen Project Hail Mary and Obsession this year, so Superman still could have been the worst movie we've seen so far this year, and still been a 9 out of 10.
We didn't watch Superman this year.
Oh, did I say Superman?
Yeah.
Supergirl.
No, you make a good point because we have them at 10 out of 10, so it's hard to compete.
Supergirl could have still been worse than both of them. It could have been the worst movie we've seen this year and still been a 9 out of 10, but I'm still
assuming Toy Story 5 is better, though. I've heard bad things about Michael, so Michael might have been our lowest.
Oh, I don't like biopics, so...
What?
I don't.
You don't like Oppenheimer?
Well, okay.
But if it's Christopher Nolan, then I like... Okay.
Do you not agree?
Biopics can be done really well.
I don't like musical biopics. I feel like
biopics is a little different because then they keep showing performances.
I'm not a big fan of musical biopics. I feel like they just try to strip away any actual grit that there was to that artist's life,
right?
And try to present them as the most clean slate, boring possible version of them, just to appeal to masses. And I don't like it. So that's besides the point, though.
Double check. Beautiful. All right. On to next movie.
Better thens.
Is it better? Now we're going to the beginning MCU because I want to ask. After we run through these two, I will ask this question. Actually, I'll hold off. But is it better than Iron Man 2008?
No. What the fuck?
You paused for a second. You scared the shit out of me.
I don't know why I paused.
You just scared the shit out of me.
No, Iron Man's so much better.
Yeah, goated movie. Is it better than The Incredible Hulk 2008?
See, that one's where I'm like... Actually, no. You're right. No.
I don't think you could say that.
Because the reason I say that...
Oh, wait. I said, is it better than? Yes, I think Supergirl is better than The Incredible Hulk.
I don't know if I agree. The Incredible Hulk isn't great, but I think Edward Norton's performance really fucking...
I think Millie Alcock's performance is better. Both villains are equally bad.
Yeah. I haven't seen Incredible Hulk in a long time, so I'll just agree with you and say...
I'd go Supergirl because it has more pizzazz.
I'll agree with you and say, just for now, because it's been a long time...
Incredible Hulk doesn't have Jason Momoa Lobo.
All right, fine.
I sold you on that one?
Yeah, so Supergirl is better than that. I'll say that.
Saw the Escape Pod say, I saw Hat Guy say that he thinks Supergirl is better than Thor 1. Is it better than Thor 1?
I'm going to have to disagree on that one.
I do too. I think Thor 1 is actually a really good movie. Not really good. It's a really good movie.
I think...
I'd give that a 7.5. I'd give Supergirl a 6.
There's not a single moment in Supergirl that's as funny as, like this.
Another.
Like,
exactly.
Come on, bro.
You gotta go with, and his arc is actually really like that slept on a lot.
Yeah.
That's one of Thor's best arcs in the MCU.
I think both of us are a little bit higher on Thor than like the general audiences.
It's his third best arc in the MCU. Ragnarok and Infinity War, and then, or Infinity you maybe War flip those. Yeah, first. Flip those, and then Thor 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't have any better characterization.
And then like Thor 2 is just like, we don't talk about that movie. And
you just out in one ear, out the other.
Like, if I'm ever doing a full MCU rewatch ever again, I think I might just skip that movie. Because I think wanted it's that bad.
But I was re-ranking everything, and I had to stomach through it.
It also like reintroduces.
It's important. The reality stone.
The reality stone. So
I really didn't want to rewatch Quantum Mania. That was a tough.
I've still never watched that movie because of how bad I heard it was.
Don't do it.
I won't.
All right, but that's all we got for the Is It Better Than? But I put those last on here because I want to pose the question: has the DCU started off better than the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far? Just 2 movies in alone. They weren't doing TV shows back then, so the only thing you can count is Superman and Supergirl alone. And then Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. That's all you can include.
It's like they're really neck and neck, to be honest with you.
They are closer than you would expect.
They're like neck and neck because Supergirl is probably better than Incredible Hulk. I like Superman more than Iron Man 1. No, that's not true. That's not true.
You were about to piss me the fuck off.
That's not true. Iron Man 1 is super goated. So
it might be a tie at this point because Iron Man 1 is like a point better than Superman because it's so good. No knock to Superman. But then Incredible Hulk is like a point lower than Supergirl because of how bad Incredible Hulk is. So
they really might just be like
Because I'd probably rank Iron Man 1 a 9.5 and then Superman a 8.5. Mm-hmm. And then I'd probably rank Supergirl a 6 and the Incredible Hulk a 5.
Yeah.
So it's the same point differential.
So, yeah, they're really like right here.
They're tied at this point.
So, yeah, I think.
I mean, after their third movie will be Man of Tomorrow. If it's just better than Iron Man 2... Dude, then it's started off better.
And honestly, Man of Tomorrow might end up like immediately shooting DCU like above the MCU start like by a long shot because it's James Gunn and
Brainiac and Lex Luthor
has never been in live action. That is so crazy. I can't fucking wait to see Brainiac in live action. Like that'll be so fucking cool. Yeah. Which that kind of segues into what we're going to talk about next. Is
you want me to move it?
Yeah. We're going to talk about
these out because bow.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Man of Tomorrow a bit. We're going to talk about what are our predictions, I guess. So what you got for me?
I say that I already, just based off everything I've heard, think it will be better than Superman 2025.
I think so too.
Even though I love Superman 2025. I love that they're bringing the Lex War armor into it.
Looks so good
and it looks so good. And then it's like the movie
Except
is
it looks
how
like Buzz Lightyear a little bit. But.
The movie, yeah, a little bit, but it's fine. But the movie is like basically they have to work together to beat Brainiac, which is such an interesting premise. If you can see it in here, Superman's Supercorp is not with Brainiac, but it's the same premise, and I really enjoyed that comic. So I think that can be done really well. The only issue I have with it is seeming to be cluttered. Because now we got Jon Stewart's Green Lantern who's going to be a part of it. The whole Justice Gang is going to be back. And then we also have that Hal Jordan's probably going to be in it too. Unless they murder him at the end of Lanterns.
They better not fucking kill Hal, bro. They better not fucking kill Hal.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't like that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think could fuck it up is how cluttered it is. Because Supergirl's going to be in it too, and Crypto.
Yeah, but like Superman was cluttered. Technically, this will be more cluttered than Superman because they're adding characters onto the already existing cast of Superman. But maybe we're probably not going to have much time for Clark Kent shit again in this one with going straight to Brainiac.
See, that's a problem with it too.
Yeah, like, I want to see some Clark Kent shit. But I also really
I want her to Clark on my Kent, bro.
Dog.
Like, come on.
Dog.
That's all a growing boy needs.
Dog.
Do you have any theories so far about what's gonna happen?
That she gonna Lex on my Luther. Sorry.
Until I wore armor.
Something like that, bro. My theory, this actually connects to Supergirl a little bit.
I'm here.
He's going to bottle up Argo City.
That's just comic lore, bro.
Yeah, but it's the bottled city of Kandor in the comics.
Oh, I thought it was Argo City.
I think he might have done Argo at one point too, but at least in like All-Star Superman it's Kandor.
Okay.
Which comic fans probably know way more. I mean, we are comic fans, but people deeper into comics than we are probably know more. But I think he's going to bottle up Argo City for sure, and then that'll add relevance for Kara being there.
I think it'll be really interesting. I think they should adapt from Supercorp, like as like beginning scenes, is while Lex is still in jail. He knows that Superman has his super hearing. So in Supercorp, he's literally just at any point that he knows that Superman's in a fight, he's just talking in the cell because he knows that Superman is tuning into it and listening to it. And he's giving him advice. He's like, I'm only trying to help you. I'm trying to do this, yada, yada, yada. And just having him do that throughout, Nicholas Hoult just in David Cornsweet's ear, that'd be really cool to see.
Hell yeah.
I think that'd be a dope way to start off the movie. Then he gets out some way with Rick Flag Sr.'s flip-flopping ass, finding a way to get him out, and then, or maybe then just after that, like Brainiac comes and then Superman's the one who goes to him because he needs help.
Yeah.
Because he's not as smart as him. I think that'd be a cool way to do it, is Superman actually comes to him for the help. Instead of him just getting out of jail and them deciding they have to work together.
Yeah, I definitely see that a route that it could end up going, but you would think Superman would like go to Mr. Terrific first because he's like extremely smart too.
I take back what I said. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that point.
But
so yeah, he's gonna have to get out, and then the government's gonna ask for his help. Probably Rick Flag Sr. will ask for Superman's help with Lex, and he will not want to do it at first, and then he realizes he has to.
I think the movie's going to be...
How will it end? Because you don't want a one-off Brainiac when it's his first time...
Oh, yeah, please...
Ever. His first time ever on live action.
Please do not kill off Brainiac in this movie. I will be pissed. It probably won't ruin the movie for me if they do.
I know how you are. That's going to ruin the movie for you.
Man,
see, you know I'm right. That's why you like, what? Come on,
But
bro.
that's a lot of the issue that the MCU had. Is they would kill off their villains in one movie 100%. And then they could never use them again.
That's why Thanos was so good.
Yeah.
But like if he was like the main threat of Avengers 1 and then they beat... That's what's difficult about these long arching villains is like if they beat them, then they like... What do they do past... Like how do you beat them without killing them?
Well, so that's where...
That's always been an issue with comics.
For Brainiac specifically, I think... The movie ends with him with Superman finding the Phantom Zone and throwing Brainiac in there.
Or what would be cool is like in the Whatever Happened to Man of Tomorrow, how Brainiac like got put into his consciousness got put into a robot.
Yeah.
And then like in a later time he finds a way to take control of somebody's body as that robot and then he just takes that body. I think that'd be a cool way to do it.
That would be cool.
So I'd say that'd probably be the best way to beat him, one of those two options. But yeah, I'm super excited for that one. I think it's going to be great.
I think Phantom Zone is the most likely ending for Brainiac, but
most likely, yeah.
Plus, I don't want to say that. That spoils the Woman of Tomorrow comic. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have many other theories beyond that. This comic kind of gave me... I read it a few months back when they announced that Brainiac would be in the movie.
Good art style.
Yeah, it's great art style. It kind of gave me more of an idea of where this movie can go. But I kind of don't want to spoil anything about that comic either. So,
like, I mean, what if it's a part of the next movie? Like, what if he uses it as inspiration? So it'd probably be smarter to not say anything about it right now.
Yeah. So I just recommend that people do read this comic. It's a good comic. It's a quick read.
Every comic that we ever will put up here for you to look at, I know you can't see some of them so very well from the side, but anything we put up on display in the video, we would highly recommend those comics.
Yes.
Just so you guys know.
Correct. So that's actually a great segue into our next bit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Our next segment is going to be us ranking our favorite Superman comics or Supergirl comics that we have read. Super Family. I'll go first. So I have actually, unfortunately, only read this box set that James Gunn made for Superman 2025. I was not the biggest Superman fan for a while because of the Snyderverse. I thought that he was a boring character to watch. And then Superman 2025 came out. He was like I was seeing the trailers. I saw it looked really good. And he was telling me like, this is how he's supposed to look like. We got to check this out. This is going to be amazing. Both watched it. Both loved it. And then he gave me this box set because he bought it for me to borrow. And I read all 5 of these, and that's the only ones that I will be ranking. So it's out of these 5. But, oh wait, there's one other one.
There's 6.
Oh, there is? Okay. That's why I was like, why do I got 6 on here? That makes sense.
6 of them. Little dummy.
All right, so my number 6, least favorite, but I enjoyed every single one, is Superman Supercorp, the one I was just talking about. I'm actually upset that I put it so low, but all these other comics are so great that I didn't. It's the lowest one.
It's a great box set, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
they
it
packed
is.
A bunch of good
Supercorp
shit in
was really good too. I really enjoyed him working with Lex Luthor and him like making Supercorp with him and actually using his intelligence for good.
Yeah,
I thought it was done really well. But my number 5, which this pisses me off even more that it's so low, is Superman Up in the Sky. Because I loved Superman Up in the Sky when he goes to find the
same guy.
But whenever he goes to find the girl, no matter the cost.
Yeah, that one, it's pretty good.
Like whenever that boxing match,
the boxing match was cool as hell.
That's one of my favorite parts in any Superman story that I read. Is like the dude like was whooping Superman's ass, but he was like, "Oh, I just forfeit because I know he's never gonna stop until I'm dead."
Yeah, literally.
Until I can't go anymore. Yeah, that shit is so hard. And also like him breaking his morals to save the girl with the, which you don't want to spoil it, so that's all I'll say. At number 4, I got Kingdom Come. I'm not as high as this as everybody else. You might be upset that I have it that low.
It's fine.
Because it was not as Superman oriented as the story was kind of a little all over the place for me. And it's just like...
Whack. You're a bitch.
Okay. That's all I'll say about Kingdom Come until you talk about it. My number 3 is Superman for All Seasons. It's basically a origin story for him.
Kind of.
And I don't understand how you keep saying kinda to that, bro. How the fuck is it not an origin?
Because it's not.
Bro, it shows him.
You'll see when we get to my list.
It shows him in Smallville, not Superman yet.
Does it show him land on the planet?
That's what it needs to be, a Superman origin. So Superman 2025 isn't a Superman origin.
No, it's not.
You're right, but is it not the origin of the DCU?
I mean, yeah, but it's not an origin movie, dumbass. James Gunn literally made it to not be an origin movie on purpose.
You. Anyway, my number 2, second favorite Superman comic is Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. That is a great issue. It has great closure because it was the last time those writers, I read the beginning of it, the last time the writers for Superman at that time were going to write a Superman story. So they came up with a conclusion for everybody, and the way they concluded everything just fits so well. And also just the story in general was a great story.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. It's great.
It's by legendary writer Alan Moore.
But my number 1, most people's, from what I've heard, number 1 Superman comic is All-Star Superman. It really is just the epitome of Superman. He's in his last phases of being able to be Superman, and he just does every last possible thing he could do for good for the world. And that's exact. Am I boring you over here, you piece of shit?
I just yawn, bro. Chillax. It happens sometimes.
God. Show some profesh.
Dude, I can't help a yawn happening.
Okay. You're right. My fault. But it's just the epitome of Superman. It has that hopeful message, same as Superman 2025. You can see James Gunn inspiration in it. It's a phenomenal comic. I would recommend it to every last one of you guys. But that is my list. Now let's get to his list that will be worse.
Man, what the fuck? All right, hold on. My list is way better, first of all. Second of all, you suck. Third of all, let's get into this list. All right.
That should have been first of all.
Fuck you. All right. So, I might change my list a little bit from what I wrote down because I was just doing Superman comics. I didn't include Women of Tomorrow. So, I think I'm going to do, since you seem to think that this is a Superman origin when it's not. Superman for All Seasons, I am switching out with Woman of Tomorrow. It was going to be my 5. But I'm going to put Woman of Tomorrow as my 5.
You only have 5? Shouldn't you have like 7?
I'm not telling you every one I've read.
Oh, but so you only have 5. So you're taking.
I did a top 5.
So you're taking Superman for All Seasons out.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Let's just say it would have been at my 6. Okay. So I'll match your 6.
Okay.
So For All Seasons would have been 6. I think it's great. Some of these are just better. That's basically all I'm saying.
So Woman of Tomorrow at your 5.
Woman of Tomorrow at my 5. And we talked plenty about the movie. Please go read the comic. It's so much better, unfortunately, than the movie. And that's all I'm going to say. At my 4. At my 4 is Kingdom Come. I love Kingdom Come.
Oh, we have it at the same spot.
Yeah, it's because I have different comics that you don't have in here up higher. But Kingdom Come is great. I really like the alternate, future timeline thing they have going on. I think all the characterization of everybody is excellent in that, like Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. I don't think he's in it much though, from what I remember. I think everyone's characterization is really good, and Superman, like the whole story is about. I'll give a brief description. Is about the new generation of heroes, kind of losing the heroism aspect of being heroes. And then Superman has to come back and show them all what it means to be a hero. I think that's awesome.
It's a great story, 100%.
Yeah. So it's really good. Highly recommend. And then for my 3rd, this is the best Superman origin telling of all time, in my opinion. And that would be Superman Birthright. Man, that comic is so fucking good.
I still have yours.
You have
to borrow.
I gave that to you?
Yeah, you gave it to me to borrow, but I got comics
to
to run through.
You got to read that. It's first of all, the art is gorgeous. It looks incredible. There's some weird there's a few weird panels here and there, but like overall the art is just gorgeous. And it's very I don't know how to talk about it without spoiling it too much, but just the way that they bring Clark through all the stages of, from leaving Krypton to becoming Superman is just so well done. It's so good, and I highly recommend it.
I got to check it out for sure then.
Yeah. And then my number 2, this one you might not expect. This comic is so good. It's called Superman Secret Identity. And basically the premise of this comic is, it's the most interesting premise for any Superman comic I've read. The premise is Superman is a comic book character in this world that everyone knows who Superman is, like the real world, you know?
I think you told me about this one, and then somebody gets his powers and wants to...
This guy's name is literally Clark Kent, and he lives in a small town, and everyone makes fun of him because he has the same name as Superman, and then he actually gets powers and becomes Superman.
That's pretty cool.
And it goes through like his whole life. It's the better version of Man of Steel, because Man of Steel, the whole idea of that movie was, what if Superman was real in our world? That was the whole idea around Man of Steel.
And that's the premise.
And that's the premise of this comic, but it's done way fucking better.
I'll have to borrow that one
way
too.
Fucking better. It's so good. It's so good. I have it in a collection of Superman stories, so you'll probably want to read through the rest of the stories, but it's in like a thicker book that I have. I'll give to you at some point. And I have 2 of them. So
okay. Nice.
Yeah, that's Secret Identity. I really, really, really recommend people read that one. It's so good.
And
then my final.
I'm assuming we have same number 1.
Come on, man. How do you beat All-Star Superman?
You can't.
It's just goated.
Yeah,
it's just goated. So
it's the penultimate Superman. There's not much more to say.
There really isn't. You kind of glossed over most of the things I wanted to say. I really like Lex in this comic. Like, Lex's characterization is so good. All the way to the end. I
was trying to remember for a second, but I remember his characterization. Yeah, it is pretty good.
I think it has one of the most iconic panels of a comic of all time. I forget what her name is.
The Sun? Panel?
No. The panel of Superman grabbing the girl that's about to jump off a ledge and saying, I forget her name, but he's like...
I've seen better versions of that, though.
I don't think
like better versions of Superman doing that and Spider-Man doing that.
That's the panel that gets posted everywhere. It's the All-Star panel.
Yeah, but there's other versions of him doing that I think were done a little better. But I still think it was done great.
You might think that, but I'm saying that's the most famous panel.
Yes, I know.
Of Superman basically ever. And it's, there's just a really great emotional through line to the story. And I really like how, like, what's cool about All Star is how fucking, like, out there they get with, like, comic booky shit, you know? Like, he's fucking lifting 10 quintillion tons or some shit at the beginning of the comic.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
Like, they get real comic booky with it, and I love it. So, it's just incredible. You can't really fucking compete with Grant Morrison as a writer. They are just such a great writer. Just goated. So,
but yeah. Everybody listening, make sure if you ever have the time to check out All Star Superman. It is genuinely one of the greatest comics I've read. Even though I'm still new into comics, it's genuinely one of the best. But we are getting to that point where we're getting close to the end of the show. We have 2 other things we want to talk about. We'll go through it a little quicker.
Yeah.
First off, I'm going to start with instead all the shows that were announced today. Let's just breeze through those, a little description, and that's it. So they came out a crypto. It's just called Crypto, right?
I think it's just called Crypto.
Yeah, so it's just a show about crypto. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be better than I Am Groot.
I never watched that, so I don't even have anything
It's just for kids.
Compare.
I think it'll be better than that, but I still think it'll just be a basic kitty dog show. But
and that's fine.
I think it could be good.
There needs to be place for those sorts of shows.
Exactly, 100%. So the coolest one to me is they're doing an Absolute Batman animated show.
Yes, bro.
That's gonna be really cool.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
That's sick. So neither of us have actually read any of the Absolute,
but we've heard about it, and
we've heard all the glowing reviews. And I've always just been like, I wanted to wait till like the whole arc of Absolute Batman was done before I bought it. But now I'm starting to be like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just start reading it. But
Nah, you should wait at this point.
Nah, because like,
dude, you already have enough comics that you have to catch up on. Just wait.
But the thing is, with Absolute Batman, there's no end in sight. They're like, we're keeping this going.
Okay, read all of your comics first, and then you can get the whole thing. Then you can get an omnibus of it.
Man, let me waste my money, bro. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I guess if you want.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, that show looks great.
I do want an omnibus of it.
That's the one I'm most excited for.
I heard they're doing 3D animation rather than 2D animation. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be interesting. I kind of wish it was 2D, but
dude, Clone Wars style Absolute Batman sounds like it could go hard.
If they cook as hard as they did with Maul Shadow Lord's animation, then yes, I agree.
His axe, like do fights with like how they do with the lightsaber with his axe.
That could go crazy.
And then the last one that they announced today was Joker Laugh Riot.
That's what it's called. Mm-hmm.
It's about Joker like doing one last like chaotic Joker thing after Batman dies, or he's investigating.
He's investigating who killed Batman because
he can't live without him.
Yeah, exactly. So,
that could be interesting, but I'm
not. My hype level wouldn't be. Very high
I have nothing much to say about it. Yeah, but it sounds like
I'll
it could
probably
be cool.
watch it when it comes out. But like, I don't have
it.
much. I don't care that much about it, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But finally, we have one more thing we want to talk about, and then we will end this off here. We want to talk about the opportunity for a Superman game and why there has not been any Superman game.
There has been Superman games, but there hasn't been one in like 20 years. And let's all praise the GOAT, Superman 64. I love playing Flying Through Rings Simulator. That shit is gas. I actually do kind of have like a weird nostalgia for that game because I did play it growing up. But literally,
you said it's the worst.
You just fly through rings. That's literally all you do. But I for some reason,
bro, sometimes flying through rings is fun, bro.
I loved Superman, and I was playing Superman as like a 4-year-old. It was great for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that game sucks. But about an actual needed Superman game, we need one.
I think the idea of what Superman Returns did could be cool, since it's hard to like make a health bar for Superman since he's indestructible. I think that'd be really cool to do, like, instead of you having a health bar, Metropolis has a health bar, and you have to speed to stop stuff as quick as possible. Or like kind of like Niflheim in God of War 2018. Yeah. Like where you have a set amount of time to complete a mission before too much of the city gets destroyed to save as many people as possible.
I think it's not that serious when it comes to Superman being able to die.
I also don't think it is either, because God of War, Kratos is a god, and he dies a lot.
Guys, it's a video game, people. We know Superman's invulnerable. Canonically, he doesn't actually die when you play the game, bro.
Yeah.
It does not have to be that serious. You need to have a fail state to make the game interesting. Like, I hate the argument that they can't make it because he's supposed to be so powerful.
But I mean, Wolverine did something really interesting. The Marvel's Wolverine that's coming out, which we are so hyped for, did something really interesting with, like, he's pretty invulnerable too. Like, his healing factor only works if you consume some of your rage. If it's like with the Spartan rage, like whenever you press the L3 and R3, you can either go berserk or you can heal, which I think is a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Like, what you're building up is actually your heal. Like, don't make it easy for the heal. I think it'd be cool with Superman to, like, also like God of War, make the healing very sparse, because it's supposed to be like he's supposed to be. I just feel like that makes more sense because, like, he doesn't need to heal as much. Or, like, it could always be cool if you could always, like, super speed to out into the atmosphere real quick and then just, like, heal in front of the sun and then come back down. That could be cool.
And also,
or like you have, like, equipment, like a sun, like, little small, like, vials of the sun, some goofy comic shit on your side, and whenever you need to heal, you just take a dose of the sun.
I don't hate that. You could also just do something simple like Superman's health bar is always ticking up, unless he gets hit by like kryptonite or like a red sun. You know, it could just always be ticking up. But then when you take hits from people, they still hurt you and they bring the health bar down. But
you know what could be cool is if you're upgrading throughout the game, getting different skills and abilities, and then like halfway through the game, because many games have done this, you have to travel to a red planet. And then you have to fight with just your melee combats that you've built up, and you can't you aren't. So it's based on how much you've upgraded for how hard that will be for you, and you're literally just fighting.
Well, I was gonna say something similar to like you could make a Superman game, but have him literally be on a green sun planet that's like actively killing him the whole time, but he's still able to use his powers. That could be interesting. But, you know, the only problem with that is just like being on a green sun planet is like he's usually fucking
Worthless.
Yeah, after a few hours is like on the ground dying.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think there's ways to work around it, but also, again, at the end of the day, it's a video game, bro. He didn't canonically die when you died. Just keep fucking playing, bro. It's not that serious.
Kratos hasn't died 562 times to Sengrun, the Valkyrie Queen. But I did.
He has.
Hey, I still beat her on God of War, though. One of the hardest bosses I've ever beat in my life.
For sure.
But yeah, like, you never... I don't understand why people are so worried about that issue with Superman when that's never an issue with any other game.
Yeah.
Like, God of War is, like I keep bringing up, is a perfect example. Like,
Bro literally crawled his way out of hell twice.
But
Kratos
then that's
did.
one of the hardest games and one of the games that you die the most in. Like, it's a video game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta deal with it. Like, it's just
real.
how it works.
Yeah, I think that's really all I want to say about Superman games, at least for now. Just fucking give us one, bro. And also, James Gunn was talking about how he wants to make games that are literally set in the DCU.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, like, playing a David Cornsweet Superman game would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
And you could even, like, explore his origin that way, if you wanted to. Since
I don't think that's necessary.
You don't need to. I agree.
Like in Spider-Man 2, they added some of his origin to it, and it wasn't really necessary.
But, like, I'm just saying, you know, there's parts of the world that you can fill out that you might not want to put in a movie. So it'd be cool to do it that way. And yeah, I think that about wraps up everything we wanted to talk about today. Anything else you got before we close her down?
No, I think that's all we got for the second episode of the Double Feature Podcast. Many more to come. We are not 100% sure what we will talk about yet next week. Any ideas? Probably just figuring,
we'll be talking
other stuff that we have planned. Excited for whenever Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out. We'll have a review up for you for that as well.
Absolutely.
But this was our Supergirl review and our Super Family episode. We are a little upset that Supergirl wasn't as good as we were hoping, but we still recommend all of you guys to go see it in theaters.
I do recommend it. So,
but thank you everyone for watching the second episode. I hope you all appreciated it. Have a great night. Peace.
Peace.